Hey, people, what is going on? You are now tuning in to the Heavy Hitters. Let's get this thing started.
Boom!
You know, we always got to kind of start it off with the little slow ride gang going on, man. What's going on, people? What is going on? As you already know, it's Wednesday night, which means you are getting your Heavy Hitters fix of the week. I am your host, the six man, K Styles. And going to the stage left, man, my sports.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Mm-hmm.
The homicidal, suicidal, genocidal, disappearing.
Mm-hmm.
And down here at
It always happens on the heavy hitters. Why is it always happening on the
I don't know, bro. And down here at the bottom, you already know. You need a calm force in your life. You need some words of encouragement. You need a minister. Jew talk sports. What's going on, fellas? How are we doing this evening?
You already know, Kay. It's game week. And we got the stanks, the ain'ts, whatever y'all want to call them.
We're gonna refer to them as the hell knows.
I say somebody said the brown paper bag boys in the chat.
What's it? Brown paper bag. So, as we start this show up, we got 3 words for the people. Mike, what are those 3 words we got for them?
real rock.
Bang! And today's real roll call is going to be consist of Joseph Thornton, William Amy, Tev Sports and Gaming, Pat Norris, Boomer Falcon, Pamela Johnson. We got the Falcon Therapist. Make sure you show some love to our brother. We got James Obleton, Big Ant, John Higgins, Wheezy B, The Locker Room, Bubba Gump, Darnell Partridge, Red Swarm. We got Blackberry in the building. Melvin Emery, Todrick Davis, Lowski, ZD Life, YMOF Jamal, Brian Peoples. Good Lord, y'all is heavy tonight. Definitely appreciate you. You get a few names in here. Keyshawn Black, ATL, Leo, Massenberg, Mike 908, Charles West, Jerry Bowie. We got the professor in the building. Hold on right quick. Let me make sure I get this down pat right. Boom. Okay, my bad, y'all. My bad. For some reason, my homeboy decided they want to do fantasy fat draft night tonight for some damn reason. So I'm be doing both at the same time. We got Raymond Elder, Jamarius, Bobby Boyd, Michael Walker, D. Sloan. We got Lyrics Mom, Carrie, Sonia, Jay. Okay, there's a lot of names here, so we gotta get a couple more in here. We got Saint 16, Bobby Boy, and we're gonna get them like this in 3, 2, 1. Bop. What's going on, people, man? What is going on, man? Let's go ahead and get these people started tonight on a good night tip. I say we go ahead and kick it off with the three keys to victory, man. Can't have a heavy hitter show without the three keys to victory. Am I right, fellas?
You already know.
Yeah. So, Jew, you gonna have the pleasure of kicking us off with the three keys against the Saints. What you got for us?
The first three keys to victory for the season. So y'all know this is a special three keys to victory. I know everybody's pumped for Sunday's game against the Saints. So the first key to victory, and you guys, this is going to go back to last season. I talked about this last season, and I talked about this a little bit in my video that I did 2 days ago. It's going to be staying out of third and long. In this game, you got to stay ahead of the chains. We know the Saints are a team that likes to blitz. They're a team that likes to crowd the line of scrimmage. As you know, Mike talked about last year, the spacing, with us not having the proper spacing and us getting behind the chains with penalties and things of that nature. Good teams in the NFL don't beat themselves. So we got to stay out of third and longs. We got to prevent the negative plays. I don't mind the, running the ball for 1 and 2 yards here and there, throwing those body blows early because we know this team is made to run the football. Our Atlanta Falcons, we want to be physical in the trenches, and you got to get the running game going in this game, but you got to stay out of third and long in this game. Stay away from those negative plays, sacks, penalties. We can't afford that, and that keeps you from being predictable on third downs. If it's third and long, they pretty much know you got to run the ball. You got to throw the ball. So you want to stay in those third and shorts and third and mediums. So 3rd and 5 or less. That's going to bode well for us because your offensive line don't have to hold up as long. And we know, like I said, the Saints like to bring pressure. We know that their linebackers, as far as coverage, that's their weakness just as well as our linebackers right now. So, those guys, they have their downhill linebackers. We know Demario Davis is a guy that likes to get in that A-gap and blitz. Pete Warner is their starter now because they lost Quan Alexander. I believe he went to another team during free agency. So those two linebackers, they're downhill linebackers. So we want those guys in coverage, and we want to keep the Saints defense off balance because we know that they're very aggressive. So if you stay out of those third and longs, I think that'll bode well for our offense. The second key to victory in this game to me is going to be putting up points as far as touchdowns in the red zone. We know last year we kind of struggled in the games that we lost, i.e., or for example, the game against the 49ers where we were in the red zone a couple of times and we couldn't punch it in. In this game, we can't afford to have Younghoe Koo, kicking a bunch of field goals. When you get into the red zone, you got to put up 7. Period. We got to put up 7, and that's the reason why the Falcons went out and got these big body receivers, because when you get down in the red zone and everything gets tight down there, you got to have wide receivers and tight ends that can body up and just win their one-on-one matchup, beat a safety, beat a corner, beat a linebacker, and just post up. We remember when we had Tony Gonzalez, big body, physical tight end. He was not fast at all, but he understood how to use his body and, box out guys like a basketball player, go up and get the rebound. And we got guys now with Edwards, with Drake London, with Kyle Pitts. We have enough big body, wide receivers and tight ends where we should be able to throw the ball when we get close and be able to run the ball. With Marcus Mariota being on this team, you have a bunch of different options that you can, choose in the red zone. But we got to put up 7 when we get inside of our 20. And the last key to victory for this game to me is we got to win the turnover battle. For our defense, get a turnover in this game and put the offense on a short field. We don't want to, have to march 80, 90, those long drives, because that's usually when a turnover happens. So in this game, you got to win the turnover battle. We can't afford to have the Saints win the turnover battle. And we know that they have some ball hawks. Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, we know that he's opportunistic. And we know that Cam Jordan and those guys in that front 7, Demario Davis, They're known for strip sacks. They're known for creating that pressure and wreaking havoc. So we got to keep those guys off the football. We got to take the ball away. If we do those three things in this game, win the turnover battle, stay out of those 3rd and longs, and score in the red zone, score touchdowns, I think that'll bode well for our team, and we'll be able to win this game.
All right. Let's get a couple comments in here. I see Colin in here talking trash already. Said he's gonna be here. Let's see who else. Okay, yeah, we know Debo ain't gonna be playing this game, so y'all kiss that. You can kiss that one goodbye. It's just a whole bunch of trash talking going in there, so I'm gonna let y'all keep on having that right there. So we gonna go ahead and we are going to go ahead, Mike. What you got for us, man? What you got for us?
Take it all in. I'm just taking it all in. I'm taking it all in because I'm afraid. I'm absolutely terrified, mortified. Of how the Falcons are going to beat the living shit out of the Saints. I'm honestly afraid of how bad we're going to whip that behind. You know how your mama used to go out there and tell you to go get switched? Pick your toy. Like, you're going to pick how you're going to go out there and get the switch, knowing that you're going to get hit with that mug. And if you bring back the smallest one, I'm going to make you go out and get another. We're going to whip that ass. So, with that being said, the first key to victory is the one that everybody been saying nothing in. Mr. Jeff Show just totally disrespected this guy. Marcus Mariota. So the question is, who's going to stop him? Because now the linebackers got a whole different thing to worry about now. Now you can't over pursue. Now you cannot just simply say, all right, I got to get after the ball carrier. I'm going to get in the backfield, because if you take one step too many to one side, Marcus Mariota can hit the backside. So the first one is watching the game that Arthur Smith is going to play with their linebackers, because it's going to be a game all day with Marcus Mariota and his ability to run. So that's the first thing to know. It's the Falcons quarterback versus the Saints linebackers, in particular the middle linebacker, because Kiko Alonso, I think that's his name. Bye-bye. He's gone. So that's the first one. The second one is that now you don't have the middle linebacker in the middle of the field anymore. You got a new guy. So that's going to put a little bit of added pressure on the DBs. They're going to have to match up with not only Kyle Pitts, but Dre London, Brian Edwards, and a guy that is pretty Like I don't think he's underrated as far as his explosiveness is going to be, and that's Zacchaeus. Can the Saints' third and fourth DBs keep up with the Atlanta Falcons' slot receivers? That's key number 2. And the third one, I know that Cordero Patterson is going to be able to make plays on the outside. I don't think anybody can deny that. He's going to make plays on the outside. He's going to be able to get those tosses, those stretch plays. And he's going to be able to make a play on the outside. But I got my eye close on one guy for the Atlanta Falcons, Drew Dalman, the middle of the field. He's going to be a huge part of this Atlanta Falcons rushing attack. Because what I know for sure with him, he's a guy that can get to the second level and he plays with an edge in the running game. It's still, something, left to be desired as far as his pass protection is concerned. But I know he's an animal in that running game. And particularly in short yardage situations and goal line situations, he's very good in those situations. So the inside running game for the Atlanta Falcons, featured by Drew Dalman, is something that I'm going to have a close on. What his name is? Onyemata? That's his name? Onyemata? I don't know how the hell you say his name?
Onyemata.
Dalman against Onyemata. Those are the guys. That's what I'm have a close eye on in the inside running game for the Atlanta Falcons, in particular, the offensive linemen. It's easy to say the running backs, but the spotlight for me is going to be on Drew Dalman, and those are my 3 keys to victory.
I'm loving that. Bobby Boy talk about Marcus Mariota 200 yards, rushing 3 touchdowns.
Man, this ain't my big man. We don't want them numbers. No, I'm good on that.
Let's see. I'm trying to think how I'm trying to word this right. I'm trying to word this in the correct way that I need to correctly say this. It's all just going to depend. My 3 keys is really not going to be 3 keys. I'm just going to say it like this, man. It's just going to all comes to the attitude. We got to see the energy. This is definitely something that we have to see culminate into something that we've been hearing all the talk about. Now, this is the perfect test against the New Orleans Saints. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Now, as we know, we've been hearing all this talk about this 2-15 Falcons team. Remember, 2-15. Wow. Worst team. This is a perfect opportunity for these young guys to come in and bust folks in the damn mouth. Just want to make sure that we have to do this not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but
damn, LeBron,
6.
get to the damn point.
Hey, Russell Gage, calm your ass down. This is the second key right here.
I should have
60
known you was gonna do that.
minutes.
Oh my God.
60 minutes. We have to have 60 minutes of worthy football, physical football, run the damn ball football. And pretty much everything else is, I'm kind of in agreement with everybody else. But like I said, I wanted to throw that little piece in right there. Like you said, we have to match energy for energy, and we got to play 60 minutes of football on both sides of the ball with all three phases of the football of the game. That's all I got, y'all. You want to go ahead and get into some of these comments and see if there's anything y'all want to answer or got a comment on. But we got a $4.99 super chat. Shouts out to William Amy. Said, can we contain Jameis Winston and let your defensive backs AJ cover Slant Thomas or Chris Olave on Casey Hayward? It's a possibility. But I don't even want the ball. I don't want the ball to make it to them. I want to see the quarterback flat on his face.
Mm-hmm.
He had. So I knew somebody was gonna come up with it. Hold on, where that? And no critical tackles or backup energy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but so what do y'all feel about how do y'all feel about that? How you feel about that question he had as far as the secondary versus their wide receivers?
I think our secondary will hold up pretty well because our secondary is better than last year. But like you said, Kay, I think what it's going to come down to is getting pressure on the quarterback. Like we always talk about winning the trenches. If you can stop their running game and make them one-dimensional, I really think we know what Jameis will do with the football when he's under pressure because it's not a throw that he doesn't think he can make, even if it's throwing the ball through a keyhole. He's going to try to make, he's going to take that risk. And now with them not having Sean Payton there anymore, which we know Sean Payton last year when he had Jameis, he'll look at you crazy. And he's one of those quarterbacks where I think he kind of had Jameis on a short leash. Is Jameis going to revert back to his old ways? Because we know Sean Payton is one of the better offensive minds, as far as being a coach. So I'm really interested to see with them having the former defensive coordinator, now their head coach, taking over. Is Jameis Winston going to regress? Now, I'm not too concerned. My main thing with the Falcons in this game, because Deion Jones isn't playing, I would kind of give them a taste of their own medicine. And if I'm Dean Pease, I'm blitzing like crazy in this game. Like we know that these linebackers that we have right now are not the best in coverage. So what do you do when you have a linebacker that's a downhill linebacker like Rashaan Evans? You let them go downhill. Like if you notice with the Saints, and I talked about Demario Davis, they don't put him in coverage much because they know he can't cover. So in this game, that's what I want to see from Dean Pease. I even would sprinkle a little bit of Troy Anderson in this game as well. Like if I'm the Falcons, I'm blitzing from everywhere. I'm bringing zone blitzes. I'm blitzing. I'm zero blitzing, and I'm daring Jameis Winston to beat me because who I'm not going to let beat me in this game is Alvin Kamara. I'm not going to allow you to just screen past us to death. I'm not going to allow you just to throw the ball in the flats and to let Alvin Kamara do his thing. I want this game in Jameis Winston's hands. So if I'm the Falcons, I'm not even asking our linebackers to do what they're weak at. I'm asking them to do what they're strong at. And I'm telling Rashaan Evans, you're going to blitz all day, go downhill all day, and we're going to put as much pressure as we can on Jameis Winston to let the ball go because we know Jameis Winston likes to make the big play. He likes to throw the ball down the field. So in this game, I'm trying to make Jameis Winston hold on to that football, and I want him to try to throw it deep against A.J. Terrell, against these opportunistic corners we have. D. Alford we know that these guys are ball hawks and they understand how to look for the football. That's been one of the biggest issues we've had with our second and third corners. We remember Fabian Monroe last year. His biggest issue was not that he was not in position. He just didn't know how to locate the football. So right now we have two of the better corners three of the better corners at locating the football. Alford, you can leave him in man-to-man coverage. AJ Terrell and Hayward. All of those guys are pretty good in man-to-man situations. So being that these guys can press up and play man, that means I'm sending extra guys on the blitz.
Okay. Look like we got a $5 super chat. Kyler Gray said, can't wait to see Tony Gonzalez and Michael Vick beat us by 80. Our defense is the worst in the league. Love y'all boys and see you Sunday. Y'all hear the sarcasm in that?
Do you see the sarcasm? I don't love you. I don't know what you can love us, but I don't love you. All right. Damn true. This is a rivalry. I don't love you. Ain't none of that love. All right. For this week, you can keep that comment, that love to yourself. Tell that to your aunt's friends. Well, we don't love you right about now. All right. Let's get that straight. But thank you for the $5. But let me say this about the previous comment before we get to that one. I think it really depends on as far as how we attack. I really just dependent on if they feel like our weakness is in the base formations or in nickel and dime situations. If they feel like our secondary is the strength, then we're going to see a lot of base formations from the Saints. If they feel like our linebackers are, the weak part, obviously they're going to go to a lot of spread offense. So what we have to do for the Atlanta Falcons, two things. We're going to have to put Taquan Graham in that nose. We're going to have Grady in the 3-tech. We're going to have guys like Malone, Ebiketie, and Ogumdeji rotating at our ends. Because one thing I do know is that Winston is going to make a mistake. He going to make a mistake. Ain't no if or when. He going to do that. He's going to make a mistake. Whether he's trying to think he can get 15 yards with a leg, or he gonna throw, he can throw an out route with 5 people around him. He's gonna make a mistake. It's inevitable. All right. It's like it's like a damn I got the cartoon in my head, but it's like the damn SpongeBob. SpongeBob gonna do some dumb shit. He didn't know it coming. Either gonna get ran over by a Mack truck or something like. He gonna make a mistake. That's what he is. It's inevitable.
Boy, you did not just say he gonna get by a Mack truck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because he think he got that Cam Newton. He got that Cam Newton syndrome. They think they can run through a wall and all that type of like. That's it. So he's gonna make a mistake. So I think it really depends on how they feel and which part of our defense is our weakness. And I think if they go to the base formations, we're gonna rock their ass, because guess what? They go to base formations. Guess what, people? That leaves Kyle Pitts on a linebacker and a safety, and we do not want that. They don't want that. They don't want to see a linebacker one-on-one with the great one. It's not happening. So I think they're going to spread us out, and we're going to need Darren Hall, D. Alford, and those safeties, Eric Harris. A lot of people just forgot about Eric. Oh, y'all forgot about Eric. Y'all forgot about him now. Yeah. He's going to be in the game. He's going to be playing. So, yeah. Let's get to this $5. All right? Let's get to that one.
Red Swarm. Shouts out to he said excellent analysis, Jew. Hey, it's always good analysis over here, man. Don't
Jew
matter
don't
who
really
it
do
comes from.
nothing but Jew is perfection, all right? It's like Jew is
We
perfection.
appreciate it, Red Storm. We do it. We do it for you guys, man. We appreciate it.
Oh man. So let's see. Hold on. I guess Colin came in here. So who is gonna line up on 8? Alvin Kamara, Landry. A lot of y'all say Troy, damn Anderson. I'm gonna get my blessed oil. The shit, the whole deal. You ain't gonna get shit. That them boys ain't getting a damn thing.
Hold on. You do realize what the problem is with that comment? Y'all see what the problem is with that comment?
Well, you talking about the Troy Anderson aspect
No,
of it?
when I said y'all gonna be like, the problem with that comment, he didn't name not one offensive lineman. You see what I'm going with that? You see what I'm going with that? Drop
So
the
he.
mic.
So what you're saying is he's pretty much banking that the Falcons defense ain't gonna be worth a damn. That's basically what he banking on.
Because y'all gotta protect from Grady. Y'all don't have a tackle. He gone. I'm just saying. You named all those weapons, but you didn't name protection. Are you going to be able to run the ball? Are you going to be able to protect the quarterback? Because James is the type of quarterback, if he doesn't get protection, he's going to flake out. So that's it.
Hey man, what he said, we got to get those brown paper bags. He said we're gonna give him a first class reservation at the Juicy Crab. That's what we're gonna give him.
The Juicy Crab.
or the King Crab over there in Mount Zion. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the one thing I say that the Falcons do have an advantage in this game, and I always say this, is it's the element of low expectation. This works to the Falcons' advantage. Because the Falcons are a 6-point underdog as of today in this game. Like you said, the media already done wrote this off as a 2-win team. So when it comes to Monday and the Falcons win, I don't want to hear no excuses from Saints fans about such and such and such and such and such and such. Remember, this is considered the worst team in football. So even if you don't have your pieces that y'all are claiming that, okay, if we don't win, this guy wasn't playing, you still lost to the worst team in football. And that's bulletin board material for this team.
He had a question. A statement. Said, y'all are underdogs for a reason. Can you tell me those reasons? Yeah, I just want him, because everybody say we underdogs, but can you tell me why are we the underdogs? Are you confident you will be able to stop our running game, our mobile quarterbacks? Because that's a new element to the Falcons this year. Are you sure you're going to be able to stop Marcus Mariota? Are you sure that you're going to be able to stop a second-year Kyle Pitts, a rookie Drake? Cordero Patterson's still here, and he's 32 years old, and y'all damn near had a heart attack trying to keep up with him. So, like I say, which part of it you think your defense is going to if you think your defense is going to be able to hold us You're going to be able to dominate our offensive line, like a running game. You're going to be able to use your running game, your running backs. Like, how are you going to be able to dominate the Atlanta Falcons? And why are you going to dominate the Falcons? That's the question I have for everybody in there. Like, everybody, even Falcons fans, how you feel the Saints will be able to dominate this game? Damn, I'm up here being K-Styles. Jesus Christ.
Hey man, sometimes you just gotta ask those questions. Hey, that's why we all up here for. Everybody takes a little piece of everybody here. And the question is why all the people in New Orleans land is checking for people in Falcon land. The Falcon side of the game ain't checking for y'all. Remember that. We ain't asked for y'all. Y'all keep trying to get us to ask for y'all. I'm telling you, I don't want to hear it. I don't even want to hear that it's only the first game. You still lost to the worst team in football. And while we at it, we got a 20 spot from Blackberry, man. Shouts out to Blackberry. He said Debo may not be playing, but you be bet your ass he's preparing Troy and Rashawn to thrash Alvin. Speed and strength, baby. Home team.
Appreciate that, Black.
We appreciate that, man. As usual, man, we appreciate everybody tuning in with us. And like you said, this is the first heavy hitter show of the NFL season.
Man, let's go to the next. That man can't even write 2 sentences. Like, Jesus Christ. It take him about 15 minutes to write 2. See, I knew this is how New Orleans people was, but I like now I'm noticed. I'm seeing it for myself now. I'm seeing it for myself.
Oh, yeah. So let's go ahead and kind of get into the next part of it. Player matchups to watch. This is going to be a different concept for this year. We're going to talk about our own individual matchups that we're going to be looking at. And we kind of want everybody to give their inputs on who they're looking at as well. So, Mike, I'm gonna let you kick this segment off with it.
I forgot what I wasn't here. I'm checking the chat. My bad. What you say again?
God damn it, man! What the hell matchup is you looking for?
The matchup. All right. Okay. Hey man, look, I gotta try to produce and do all that. The matchup. Just one matchup. The one matchup is both
like the one matchup, the one matchup that you're focused on the most.
That left tackle, right end battle, or right edge, because we play a 3-4, so it's a right edge against the left tackle for the Saints. If we have one of those situations where, come on, Kyle Pitts by time. Hold on, let me go. Allow me to go off on a little rant real quick.
Go ahead.
Y'all do know how tall that dude is, right? You do? He's about 5'11", 5'10", probably not even that tall. You do know how tall Kyle Pitts is, right? You see what he did to Stephon Gilmore, right? When he had the opportunity to get open. You see what he did to the Buffalo secondary, and they was number one? Were they number one? They were number one. Okay. So why is Tyrann Mathieu and Kyle Pitts a matchup that we focus on? I'll leave that up to y'all. But the matchup that I'm focused on, again, Drew Dalman versus Onyemata. Everything belongs and starts in the trenches. If we do not protect our quarterback, if we allow New Orleans to get pressure up the middle, nothing else matters. Period. that I want to see Drew Dalman. You won the position. Do not make Arthur regret it. So that's the matchup I'm focused on. Prove that you are that guy going up against one of the best nose tackles in the NFC and the NFL. So that's the matchup I'm looking at.
Okay, man. Damn, Jew. Okay. What you got? What you got for it, Jew?
Mike hit the nail on the head. Um, but I'm not gonna go with who he went with just to be different. But that's definitely a matchup that I'm watching because you guys know I'm big on the trenches. And but I'm gonna go a different direction. I'm gonna say I think the key matchup in this game is gonna be Michael Walker or the linebacking core versus Alvin Kamara. Just for the mere fact that I know that the Saints, I'll say 85% of their offense it's all circles around. He's kind of like the CP of their team. We know that Alvin Kamara is the engine to that offense for the Saints, especially keeping Jameis Winston from making mistakes. So they're gonna try to screen passes, draws, anything they can do, uh, stretch runs, whatever they can do to keep keep Jameis Winston from trying to get the big play. They're going to try to revolve around Alvin Kamara, especially because Deion Jones is not playing. But a guy that I'm really looking to step up is Michael Walker. He talked about wanting this opportunity. He made a couple splash plays last season, but I think this is really his chance to kind of prove, like all the people that want Debo going, this is his chance, Michael Walker's chance to prove that he deserves to be a starter. Period. This is his opportunity. We seen Foyer when he got his opportunity to take over after Devondre Campbell left. This is a similar situation, being that Deion Jones right now is on IR. If Michael Walker wants to stay in that starting role when Deion Jones comes back and kind of push Rashaan Evans on the bench, this is his chance to prove that he belongs. And I think Sunday he's going to have to play a huge role because Troy Anderson is really young. So when I was saying put Troy Anderson out there, it's not mainly for coverage. You'll put Troy Anderson out there just to blitz because of his speed. And we seen his closing speed in the preseason when he was able to cause an interception with him, not making the sack, but still being around the quarterback's legs and being, wreaking havoc. So I think Michael Walker, it's time for him to step up and prove that he belongs, kind of like Foyer did when he was on the bench for 2 or 3 years and finally got his opportunity. Now Michael Walker's finally going to get his chance because Debo is on IR. So it's either put up or shut up at this point. Like you said, you wanted to be a starter. You said that you want to prove that you belong. This is the type of stuff that Deion Jones do. We know that Deion Jones is Alvin Kamara's kryptonite and the Saints' kryptonite. So if you want to take Deion Jones' spot and fill his shoes, this is your chance to prove that you belong, that you can do what Deion Jones does. Now, I wish him the best of luck. I hate comparing players because I don't think he's Deion Jones, but this is his chance to prove that he at least is a capable starter for the Falcons team and prove that he wants another contract because we know his rookie deal is almost up. So if he goes out there and balls out, he could be a guy that they try to keep on the cheap. If they decide to finally move on from Deion Jones, you can get that money to Michael Walker if he proves that he can cover and he can do all of those things that Deion Jones does for the lesser price tag.
All right, like that one. I'm gonna go with mine. Mine is gonna be it's gonna be very similar to what Mike said, but for different reasons here. And what reasons that I'm going for is the Cam Jordan Caleb McGarry matchup. That is going to be the tone setter for this game. You got the Saints' biggest shit talker going up against a guy who he has had plenty of success against. And we already know Caleb McGarry, this is a contract year for him as well. But what this matchup is going to dictate who has the mental edge right then and there from the get-go. Because if Caleb McGarry can somewhat contain that assignment or dominate that assignment, remember, the other biggest shit talker they had on defense ain't there no more.
There you go.
That's the motherfucker. That's the motherfucker that get under people's skin. He ain't there no more. So I want to see if Caleb McGarry can frustrate. I want to see if he can frustrate Cam Jordan. Force the Saints to bring Demario Davis on that side to open it up. The middle of the field so Kyle Pitts can go and eat. This is the stuff we're talking about. It's the little nuances. This is what the run the damn ball philosophy. We want to see this in effect, and it's going to start there. If Cam Jordan dominates this matchup against Caleb McGarry, it's going to be a long day for the Falcons. If he can somehow maintain it, get him a couple pancakes in, IHOP style, put a little butter on there. Get some of the ones, get the chocolate chip pancakes and stuff like that. The Falcons have a good chance because Cam Jordan is the energy of this defense. And if he's frustrated and he can't get under nobody's skin, this defense falls apart. That's all I got to say on that one, man. So I want to see what everybody's matchups is as far as what they're looking for. I want to see what the people say over here. Yeah, like I said, a lot of people kind of in agreement with everybody. Yes, the middle of the field is important. We got to see Drew Dahlman. And the mother about to disappear just like Mike just did. Like I said, Drew Dahlman versus Onyemata. Yeah, like I said, that's a very important matchup as well. Like I said, you said Michael Walker versus Alvin Kamara. That's a very key matchup as well. Like I said, at the end of the day, you're going to have to match. At the end of the day, you're still going to match energy to energy with these guys. Because the Saints are going to look past the Falcons. Let's just keep it real. Regardless if this is a rivalry game or not, they're kind of looking ahead of the Falcons. Like I said, that's to the Falcons' advantage. Let's see. Let's see what kind of comments we got on here. Alex here said Drake London and Lattimore. Grabamore. That's a good that's a good matchup right there. I see MJ Edwards here said D. Alford and Chris Olave. That'd be very interesting.
Yeah,
I don't think D would necessarily get that many snaps on the outside like that. DC said Alvin Kamara doesn't scare people no more. Damn, somebody said Devonta Smith is better than Michael Thomas.
Wow.
Jameris here said Jameis Winston versus our safeties because Mr. 30 for 30 is not afraid to throw it deep. What do you think about that, Drew?
Yeah, I kind of talked about that. I mean, like I said, I think he's going to make, as Mike said earlier in the show, he's going to make a mistake because I just think that sometimes he wants to push the ball down the field and he's not patient. Sometimes you got to just be patient and take what the defense is giving you And Jameis likes to make the big play. And I think if he tries to, throw one of those deep balls, you have those safety that's ball hawks. I mean, you have Richie Grant now that's a starter, and we seen Jalen Hawkins last year. He was a ball hawk for our team. Like he made plays pretty much on the ball in most of those games. He was right behind AJ Terrell as far as leading the team in interceptions. So I definitely think that a mistake could be made, especially like I said, if we bring pressure and Jameis Winston, puts that ball in harm's way. I think now we have the corners and the safeties that are all capable. I mean, we know last year how many picks Eric Harris dropped that were opportunities, and I don't think that a guy like Richie Grant or Jalen Hawkins, I don't think either of those guys are going to drop those opportunities. You know what I'm saying? If you put the ball in harm's way with the guys that we have now in that secondary, we've seen what D. Alford can do. We know what AJ Terrell is capable of, and we know what Casey Hayward is capable of. So I agree. And with our young safeties, I think those guys are ball hawks as well. So I definitely think that Jameis at least will throw one pick in this game.
Hello, Sonny said my matchup is the coaches versus the refs. I think the refs will kind of let them get away with a lot this game.
Yeah, so, it's the first game of the season.
It's gonna be the first game, so they'll let them get away. If it gets too chippy, that's when you're gonna start seeing a lot of flags.
Right.
Let's see. I see Brian People said their OC versus Dean Pease. Definitely. And David Breland here actually said something that's very important here. Edge setting and sure tackling.
Yeah.
Like this is definitely, how I would say, it's going to be all dependent on, hey, let's just be honest with you. Can you limit the yak yardage?
That's it.
Can you limit the yaks? And while we got the homicidal, suicidal, genocidal guy coming back, let's see and make sure y'all go ahead, place a little bit of music here. We give a little intermission. I guess I'll play this a little bit. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button, comment, subscribe to not only Mad Mike Sports, not just You Talk Sports, but Six Man K Styles as well, to show your love and appreciation for what we give you, regardless of who a fan of you, who you are. Because at the end of the day, we are all football fans, and we love talking the game. So make sure y'all show some love, man. Try to wait for Russell Gage Jr. to get his ass up in here. There you go.
Look, at least give me Kwame. Kwame, like, damn, I don't want to be no damn fourth wide receiver.
I was gonna call you Fenarios, but that I about to say that'd be fine. Fenarios.
I rather Kwame. Please don't
like, wow, that's crazy.
Nah, I'm good. I'm better than a third wide receiver. I can tell you that much. And he probably ain't even that.
You said he ain't even that. Damn. Like, damn, man, you gonna do it like that. All right. So I guess we can go ahead and start throwing in some questions here. The people watching, we're gonna let y'all go ahead and throw some questions in here. Get a couple of them in there.
Well, I got a problem.
What's up?
I got a problem with a certain narrative. I the problem. Why did everybody think Arthur is a fake tough guy? Somebody explain that to me. How can you be a fake tough guy? Have you ever tried to be a leader of anything? Have y'all ever got off your couch and said, all right, I'm going to coach a little league team? Have you ever even won? Man, I'm talking about all Madden on the hardest level of them all, went 16-0, even beat that. Have you even won your fantasy football league that 20 of your friends are into? Have you even done that? Won that? The fantasy football that you created, control all the rules. Have you won that the first time out? Probably not. But somehow a guy doesn't want to give you what you want. I guess you know exactly why I'm saying that, because I got a comment.
Go ahead.
You know exactly why I'm saying that. It baffles me that you always got to question a person's manhood because you don't like the way he does things. Why does it always have to go to that point? I don't like the way his attitude is, and I think he's a fake tough guy until your ass get in that ring and get knocked the hell out. That's the stuff that bothers me. He's a fake tough guy. Why? But K-Style, give him a reason. Give him the other reason why I said exactly that.
See, I thought about this. I actually thought about this today, about this tough guy mantra that is painted upon Arthur Smith. And it dawned on me that it just comes to the simple fact that he was not what the media would call the chosen one for Atlanta, if I per se so myself. Who were the chosen ones, might you ask? Eric Bieniemy and Louis Riddick. Now, Arthur Smith is one of those guys that he's not going to give you what you want as far as the media perspective of things. Where if you're trying to ask him questions, and I'm glad Mike bringing this up too, because Jeff Schultz done pissed me off, and I listened to it again, and he done pissed me off about something. Is what is the factuation with the 2023 draft? This is why you saw Arthur Smith go off like he did. He didn't cuss him out. He just questioned why would he be talking about this? Because they want to push Desmond Ridder out there and figure out what Desmond Ridder is about this year, so they can hurry up and grab one of them quarterbacks next year. So what you're telling me is you're trying to bypass the process because the guy that you want doesn't come out till next year. And this is like I said, this is why Dean Pease and Arthur Smith are about 5 seconds away from shining their shoes up real nice. You know, they got to make sure they shiny. Turning them bitches sideways and sticking them straight up your asses. This is where they at right now. Because they like, bro, y'all getting on my nerves. You're getting on my nerves. We're not even talking about the potential of Marcus Mariota and what he brings to this team. That should have been the first question. The first question shouldn't have been is how many games do Desmond Ritter need to play to dictate if he's the guy for next year? You kick the can down the road when it comes to it. And this is a problem that we have to deal with as Falcon fans as well. Like I said, I don't give a damn what the national media thinks about this team. I don't give a damn what any other fans think about this team. But when we got our own media doing this to our own team, this is why everybody's comfortable talking shit about the Falcons, because the own oasis of the Falcon media is co-signing it. Okay, John. What's your question for my Jalen Hawkins is my Sunday X factor. Also Grady Jarrett, but Jalen Hawkins has the potential to be a star in this league, in my humble opinion. Your thoughts?
I don't think the Falcons safety is going to have a lot of opportunities in this game. If the Saints are going to run the same type of offense, I don't think our safety is going to see a lot of action, because the Saints are a team that likes to get the ball out of their hand quick, and they like to use those screen plays and a lot of stretch and toss plays to get Alvin Kamara going. So I don't think the safeties are going to have a lot of action. They may have 3 to 4 shots down the field with Olave, but I just don't think the Falcons safeties are going to play a huge part in this thing. Like when it comes down to the Saints, there's not a lot of throwing. There's a lot of running. There's a lot of action up front. It's just a good old fashioned football, game, and I just don't see the Saints getting all pretty and prissy, especially with a defensive coach. I don't think they're gonna get all pretty. You gotta understand he has a defensive mentality. So even though he and what the hell I was about to say Jason St. Paul Pierre, whatever the hell his name, the offensive coordinator. I don't know his damn name.
Pete Carmichael.
Pete Carmichael. I was close shit, I think. But
Jason, I was say Jason Pierre Paul. I'm like, bro, you kind of thinking the wrong position, ain't you?
Right. I was close, goddamn. In my own head, I was close. All right. So
you don't got a football coach named Pete Carmichael.
I know it was Pete something. Pete did it. Pete Paul.
Pete popping on a handstand. That's his name.
It was one of them, okay? But I don't think, even though he's going to have the freedom to call the plays similar to what Sean Payton, I just don't think they're going to have the same mentality and just like put the game in the offense hand, because you got to understand, he called plays based on how Sean Payton was as a play caller. So now he has control of the team. He may look at the offense and say, all right, just don't lose it for me because you putting my defense in bad position. So usually when they do things aggressive in the third and the second and third quarter to come out and kind of get a start, I just don't see the Falcons secondary getting a lot of action. I really don't. It's going to be a lot of misdirection. It's going to be a lot of plays where you're going to get Mr. Fake Tim Tebow involved in the game. You're going to see that. You're going to see a lot of plays where they're going to use Alvin Kamara as a runner, in my opinion. I just don't think, like with Sean Payton, that's a different type of animal, man. Like he's one of the best play callers in the world for a reason, in the history of the game for a reason. And you just can't replicate that. You can't duplicate that. And I think they're going to have a lot more trouble than what a lot of people think.
and I want to alley oop this to Jew right quick. I want to add it. Jew, you ready? You ready for this pick and roll alley oop I'm about to get
Yeah,
you?
I'm ready, bro.
Okay. So just going based off of what Mike said about the differences between the coaches of Dennis Allen and not Drew Brees, but Sean Payton. Is the factor of the feel of the game going to play a big factor in the differences between these two coaches? Because as we know, even with Sean Payton, as a great play caller as he is, he also had a feel for the game and feel for certain situations. And the question is going to be, can Dennis Allen replicate that feel? Because that's one of the key aspects, especially as great head coaches in this league, is it's not always about calling the perfect play, but it's always calling the play at the right time.
Right.
That's it right there.
That's tough. That's tough. But I think, like you're saying, that's one thing that I was concerned about with Dennis Allen taking over. It's like Sean Payton is one of the most, to me, he gets talked about a lot, but he's kind of underrated because he only won one Super Bowl. We know the Saints have been a team that's won a lot of games. Like how many NFC championships or divisional round playoff games they blow? You know what I'm saying? We know the Minnesota Miracle. We know they lost to I think they lost to the Vikings twice in the playoff. So like you know yeah, we know we know how many games they lost. And Dennis Allen, he was the coach of the Raiders at one point as a head coach, and he didn't fare too well. Now, I don't know if that was because the Raiders are one of those teams when they had Al Davis where he was too involved, with picking the players and stuff like that, similar to a Jerry Jones. So I don't know if that was the issue or that Dennis Allen isn't the leader that Sean Payton is. So this is going to be real crucial. As you said, it's not about the plays, necessarily the plays that you call, but it's not it's understanding when to call the plays, and also understanding it's one thing to be a defensive coordinator and then being a head coach, because he's still going to be calling the defensive plays, but now he's responsible for complementary football, the other aspects of the game, knowing when to call a timeout, knowing when to challenge, knowing when to do those other things, understanding the 2-minute drill and things of that nature, like when it's the end of the half, the way you close a half, the way that you close out a quarter. Like those are things that he's stepping into for the first time in a long time, because he's been with the Saints a really, really long time now, over a decade since he was a head coach. So we've seen that with Arthur Smith kind of taking those, getting his feet wet last year for the first time, even though he was a Tennessee Titans play caller. That's something that we're going to have to watch in this game. Is Dennis Allen going to make those mistakes because he's so focused on calling his defense that he's not used to being basically the CEO, like you running the whole team at this point. It's not just worrying about, let me make this adjustment on defense, but I have to be responsible for the whole team. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Dennis Allen fares, because like I said before, he kind of failed as a head coach, but sometimes you fail and then you learn from it, i.e. Bill Belichick. He was a guy that was with the Cleveland Browns. He failed, and then he went to the Patriots and he kind of blossomed. So we're going to see if Dennis Allen kind of has learned from his failures, with the Raiders as a head coach. But I keep saying it, the Saints are not the same organization, because Sean Payton, he's one of those guys that's, like I said, one of the better coaches of all time, and one of those guys that's a really good leader. So everybody's not a leader of men, and being able to lead the whole team is a whole totally different ball game, just leading the defense. So we're gonna see how he fares on Sunday in this season.
God damn, boy, I'm looking at the chat, boy. I guess so. I guess somebody came in here talking shit. They done ran somebody away. Good Lord. I'm just seeing all this right here. I'm like, man, y'all know y'all gonna make that girl cry in the car on the way home. And she ain't got a car. She probably got a moped, so you gonna make her cry on the moped. But that's knowing this here and there, man. That lets you know, man, y'all can't be coming in here and talking shit. These folks is crazy over here. There's a reason why we
That
call
man
them
said
goons
he
over here.
ride on a moped.
but y'all crazy as hell, boy. But man, let's see. Y'all got the final thought. Y'all want? Oh yeah, that's right. We got a game coming up. Y'all want to give y'all thoughts on the game coming up? Let any one of y'all go ahead. Let y'all go ahead. Anyone kick that off?
Juju.
Okay. So tomorrow night, we're talking about the kickoff game, right? The Rams and the Bills tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Okay. I'm looking forward to this game tomorrow night. I think it's going to be a very interesting game. I give the edge in this game tomorrow night to the Rams. I know a lot of people are saying that the Bills are like a team that's Super Bowl contenders. Personally, I like the Bills a lot, but I don't think that I won't say they're not as good as everybody think they are, but I think a lot of people are like banking a lot on Von Miller joining that defense. And I don't think that people realize, and Mike talked about this, we talked about this last year with him being on the Rams. Like you playing with guys around you, like a Aaron Donald, like a Leonard Floyd. It's a totally different thing when you're the main guy that has to be the X factor. To me, Von Miller with the Rams last year wasn't the X factor. I think we all know Aaron Donald is the driving force of that defense. So I like Von Miller a lot. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think he's still the same player he was in Denver. So I don't look at him as like the leader. Like I don't see him as that X factor player. And I know this might throw a lot of people off. And it's no disrespect. I think Von Miller is a solid player. I just don't know, if he's going to be able to have that same impact without having the Aaron Donalds and having all of those guys that the Rams have. The Rams have is loaded on defense. So I don't know if he's going to have that same impact with the Bills. But I give the edge to the Rams just for the mere fact that they have added some weapons on offense. I mean, we already have Cooper Kupp. Now they added Allen Robinson. We know Sean McVay is one of the better play callers in the game. And then on defense, a lot of people is not realizing they added Bobby Wagner at that linebacker position. And last year we kind of talked about it, like who is the Rams linebackers? Well, now we know they have a future Hall of Famer in Bobby Wagner, who's arguably the best linebacker in the game. So, I mean, that defense over there with the Rams is scary because on every level, you arguably can say that they have one of the better players on every single level. A lot of people look at Jalen Ramsey as the best corner. We believe AJ Terrell is the best corner, but arguably he's one of the better top 3 corners in the game. Aaron Donald's probably the best defensive lineman in the game. And then you can argue Bobby Wagner for the last decade has been the best linebacker in the league. So, I mean, their team is loaded. In this game, I think that the Rams might take the win just because, to me, they're the more complete team. And I think the Bills rely too much on Josh Allen making a spectacular play as far as running and throwing. To me, they put a lot on his plate where you have with Matthew Stafford, they're giving him all of the weapons, similar to like a Tom Brady with the Bucks. The Rams have so many weapons on offense that I'm just like, they come at you in waves and their depth is crazy. So it's like they're going to be a tough out. The Rams are going to be a tough out. So I give them the edge in this game because I think that Aaron Donald's going to be all over Josh Allen. And I think that defensive line in that front 7 of the Rams, I think it's going to be a little bit too much for Josh Allen trying to scramble around and make those deep passes. So I'll give the edge to the Rams, even though they're getting their ring and getting their banner. Hopefully they don't overlook the Bills because they're getting their rings and stuff like that. But if you just say who I would take in this game, I think I'll take the Rams because they're loaded on offense and on defense. And they just kind of reloaded. Even though they were good last year, to me, they've added on to that. So we're going to see if those guys can gel. That's the most important thing. But I'll give the edge to the Rams in this game.
I'm sorry, y'all, man. I'm just laughing. You gonna call that girl? Go call that girl unwashed thigh meat. What the hell?
All right, I'm not playing that game. Y'all ain't gonna get me in trouble. That's y'all. Nope.
What you got? What you got on this, Mike? What you got on the game, man?
I'm going with the Rams for a completely different reason than Jew. I don't like how they putting too much pressure on Josh Allen to be their everything. He gonna get hurt. I'm just saying. He's going to get hurt. When you run the ball as much as you do at that quarterback position, it's a ticking time bomb. Just ask so many guys before Michael Vick. Michael Vick, one of the greatest. He is the greatest mobile quarterback of all time. No mistake about that. He's going to get hurt. There's going to be a game where he cannot run, and they're going to need him to be a quarterback. But for a second reason, the play caller gone. You know who that guy is?
I forgot all about that, Mike.
Oh, the ball.
Brian Daboll. Yeah.
The ball, Daboll.
He's with the Giants. Yeah, I forgot about that. Good point.
He's gone. Are they going to be as creative? He's a creative guy. He's a creative guy as far as getting that offense and running the types of he run a similar to a college style of offense. He's gonna still be able to run those same type of plays and have the same type of vision because he's the one who helped get Josh Allen to an MVP status with his play call. He understands when Josh is he's feeling it. So now they got to get used to not just him, but the whole offense got to get used to that style of play calling now. And they're going to be dependent on the defense to get stops. And when you have, a veteran quarterback and Stafford in his second year in the system, I wouldn't count on Stafford, especially his second year with the team. I just wouldn't count on him making a ton of mistakes, just count on him to make mistakes so you can capitalize of it. Stafford is one of those guys. He can throw interception, but he can throw 6 touchdowns in the same game. So I wouldn't count on that. I'm just not a big fan of how Buffalo is using Allen is just to do everything. He's the running game. He gets the running game going. He gets the O-line going, and he gets the passing game going. And something is going to give, especially against a team like the Rams with the new linebacker. So they're going to be a little bit more disciplined up front as far as the linebacker is concerned. And I just don't think you can, count on that. So I'm going with the Rams in an absolute blowout. I'm going to say they're going to put up at least 35 points in that game because I just don't think you can keep counting on that team to do that. Like I said, this is a new offense in their second year, and they know exactly what Stafford is good at, what he's not good at, and they're not going to lean on Cooper Kupp to do everything now.
Okay.
So I think it's going to be like 30-17, 33-17 or something like that.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I just wanted to make sure who was their offensive coordinator. So their offense coordinator is Ken Dorsey. So I don't know. I don't know anything about his coaching philosophy, but if it's how any way that he played, Bill's about to have one of them regress seasons like hell. But
I forgot all about that. Oh my god!
But on the serious tip, on the serious tip, it might be some turnovers this game. Like I said, I'm about to say, get your ovens ready because there's gonna be some turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many it could be. It could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 4, it could be 5. We don't know. But I think Buffalo may edge them on this one. I think they'll edge them. Because
Buffalo gonna win?
I think Buffalo might edge him on this one.
Oh, wow.
I can give it about I say about 30. I say about 30-27-ish type of game. Um, I know Aaron. I know the Rams. I know Aaron Donald. You still got to deal with Ashawn Robinson. You got Bobby Wagner, Jalen Ramsey. But like I said, this Buffalo defense ain't no joke in itself neither.
That's true.
And I kind of have this weird ass feeling that Matt Stafford is going to revert to 2010 Matthew Stafford.
You can't be looking back on the past. You can't look at the past kick styles like that. Come on, man. You a Georgia Tech fan. You shouldn't have.
And if I look back at the goddamn past, the past we got, we still banking on the 1990 championship. We ain't got nothing recent. At least we was alive when they last won. It could have been worse. We damn near ran the 20s. That was like the golden age of Georgia Tech was the 20s. But what I'm saying is, I think Matt Stafford's gonna have one of those turnovers that's gonna be like one of those what the turnovers.
I saw that happen every game.
No, but what I'm saying is. But what I'm saying is, it's going
in the wrong time.
Because you know how Matt Stafford plays. His turnovers come at the wrong time. What saved him in the Super Bowl was that Cincinnati got away from what got them there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what saved Cincinnati. That's what saved his ass in the Super Bowl. Now you're going to be going to a team that's going to be run dominant. I know you heard about Stephon Diggs and how you feel like, okay, yeah, we can get this passing out. No. I agree with Mike. Josh Allen might not last this whole year.
They better pray he do.
They better hope he do, because who the hell they got backing him up?
He their whole offense, so they better pray. They better pray he stay healthy.
Well, I'm about to say they're gonna have Ken Dorsey out there throwing passes, boy. He get But it's just gonna come down to turnovers, and I have a feeling that the Rams may have one more turnover that may cost them. Cooper Kupp can't get no better than what he did last year, so the expectation is up here. He's not gonna live up to it.
Yeah, I just think Allen Robinson, man, that's tough. You put him on the other side. Last year they had Odell Beckham, and Robert Woods was hurt, so I think Allen Robinson is really a number one wide receiver. So you put him with Cooper Kupp, and then you put him with Sean McVay. Like we always talk about, coaching matters. Like Sean McVay just knows how to get guys, use guys, period. He's an offensive-minded type coach. So I didn't even think about Brian Daboll when Mike said that. So that just made me really think it's about to be a blowout, because I didn't even think nothing about that. And we know how Brian Daboll turned, Josh Allen around. So when him saying that, I was like, oh, I forgot all about Brian Daboll is not there no more. So does Josh Allen really trust Ken Dorsey? Like, let's be real.
Just that name alone.
Just that name alone.
That's like a damn Barbie doll. Everything. I see just a tall blonde guy trying to be. That's what I see when I see Ken Dorsey. Like, ain't that the same old quarterback in Miami?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The same Miami that had 13 players drafted in the first round in 2000. What was it? 2004?
Something like that.
Good gracious.
And Ken Dorsey was the quarterback coach at Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So we complain about Josh Allen running a lot. Oh, he gonna be running a lot now. They gonna run that Cam
Wow.
Newton offense. They gonna run that Cam. Like I said, he gonna bring the elements of that Cam Newton offense to Buffalo, and Josh Allen gonna get his ass hurt.
I don't see that working against the Rams, K. I don't know about that one, K. I don't know about that one, K.
I'ma stick with it, but
Okay.
I just want, but like I said, that's just for one game, though.
Yeah, to me, that's gonna be an upset. If that happened, that's gonna be an upset. Even though a lot of people are picking the Bills to be a Super Bowl contender out of AFC, I just don't see it. I think they're banking off of last year, what they did last year. But like Mike said, without Brian Daboll, that's a huge part of what they do. Like that's the offensive play caller. So when him saying that, I'm like, oh God, I didn't even think about that, bro. Yeah. They really in trouble. That has made me think like, yeah, they probably will get blown out tomorrow just because of the coaching. Like I don't trust Ken Dorsey. Period. I don't care who you got at quarterback. I don't trust Ken Dorsey.
Well, by looking up Ken Dorsey did play. He played a part in the development of Josh Allen too, so he kind of got that rapport with him. So we'll see how it goes. There's a big difference between being it's a big difference between being a quarterback's coach and being the offense coordinator.
Right.
But let's go ahead and wind it down for the night, people, man. We just wanted to give that little take on for y'all. So we definitely appreciate everybody tuning in to the Heavy Hitters ATL. Make sure you go ahead, like, share this content, and subscribe. Give love to Mad Mike Sports. On the way to 10K. To Utah Sports. On the way to 2K. And also, show your boy some love. 6-Man K Styles on the road to 2K. So y'all make sure y'all tune in tomorrow for Dirty Bird Thursdays over on AFN. And as we all, what you got? We're going to keep the music on, but what you got?
Y'all going to put me in a position where they're going to be labeling me because of y'all actions tonight. Noah, Blizzard Mike, Trucker Mike, D. Coleman, Dre Murphy, all y'all. Blackberry, all y'all was picking on that woman, and y'all know damn well they gonna come to me and say Mike made them do it. So y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Jamarius Gillum, all y'all, everybody who subscribed to all our channels is Joseph, all y'all.
I mean, she kind of, but no, she did call us stupid football fans, so she kind of had it coming to her. I looked at it.
Isaac Crown, I said what I said. Y'all know damn well I'm gonna get blamed for it. Somehow I'm gonna get it. It happened on Mad Mike. Like, look, now I gotta deal with trolls and I gotta deal with all these other.
You gotta deal with trouble. Bro, you act like you the only one that deal with motherfucking trouble. Bro, sit your ass down somewhere with that. You ain't the only one that deal with it. You ain't the only one. You ain't the only one.
Oh boy, y'all showed y'all ass. I'm like that. Y'all had that chat roll.
But like I said, but she can't. But the problem is the difference between talking trash sports wise and then just trying to take it to another level. She tried to take it to another level. They asses checked her and she's out there somewhere loading up an EBT card or something. I don't know, whatever. But Floyd said, "Carol, Mike is gonna have to fist. So they ain't gonna let that shit go by. You just set yourself up for that."
Well, y'all should know by now. I'm not embarrassed by what I say. Okay, you should know that by now. I knew what I was doing when I said that. But come on, man. Yeah, I don't say words.
But as we always say, man, you gotta come in here with the right energy. There's nothing wrong with you being part of another team that's a rival in here. But once you start trying to attack people just because of their opinion, you don't know how people are going to react. So even if they come for Mike or they come for the 6 man, hey, you gotta come correct, or you will get checked on here. And guess what? And we don't have to do it. They'll do it for us.
Ooh. You're right about that.
They'll do it for us. So this is why we say, as the heavy hitters, Atlanta Falcon Nation, the Unholy Alliance, it's not about us. It's all about everybody that watches the show, tune in, and interact.
Let's end this, man. Let's end this, okay?
So hold on. We gotta show some love, man. Blizzard man said, "Love y'all fellas, man. Y'all the reason why we love these Falcons. This show is therapy."
We appreciate that, man.
Yeah, she didn't come correct.
Make you feel good. You gotta make you feel good.
Make me feel good. So until next time, people, make sure you tune in to Dirty Bird Thursdays tomorrow at 8 on Atlanta Falcon Nation. So until next time, people, we ain't here to play.
Mm-mm.
We here to stay.
Ooh, yeah.
You ain't gotta go home.
Mm-mm. But you gotta get the hell up out of here. Deuces.
They said she came in there with that Frank Darby energy.
She tried. Like, look. But it's some bullies over here, so you better come with that right, because you gonna get that work.
Hey man, you grown. You come. You in this chat. You grown, so you come correct, or you gonna go home crying. At the end of the day, better have some respect for folks. Deuces.